You know, they say you shouldn't talk about religion, you shouldn't talk about politics, and you dang sure shouldn't talk about your mama. All right, we ain't gonna talk about none of those things today. I know there's some people out there who ain't too happy, okay? I know there's some people out there who ain't too happy. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I do want to say this while I'm going on and on and on and on. Every time you go away. Couple of videos I've been watching about the Walmart thing. The ones that I've been paying attention to is the ones with the military trucks at Walmart and the military convoys. You see, I'm not the only one highlighting that there are military convoys on the street, military convoys on the highway, military convoys at Walmart. See, this is part 5. We're not going to go to part 5. I'm going to show you part 2. There it is, part 2. And we're gonna get. I don't like what the people who do the videos. I don't like what they stand for. So I'm not really highlighting these individuals.
At the Flying J truck stop.
Okay.
In Indiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why they're building the bridges, making them stronger. They are moving equipment around the United States. They're doing that on purpose. That's why you see the caravans. Now, what they're doing right now is they're going to show you the helicopters. Okay, this is not a routine mission. They're moving equipment. When they get ready to crack down, and they will crack down, when they get ready to crack down, that's what it's all about. Oh, by the way, in the United States, this shouldn't be. Now, I haven't seen this video right here. Okay, I have not seen this video. This video, see? Military. And you'll probably count at least 19 vehicles. They're moving equipment.
Holy crap.
Okay, like I said, you'll count probably 19 vehicles. But this is going to be almost 25 vehicles. Take a look at this. You can't make this stuff up, people. You're seeing it all the time. This is why, and this is not the type of vehicles that I'm talking about when we say moving heavy equipment. I have not seen this video, but I've seen this.
There's a good long line.
For the last 6 years, I have seen stuff like this.
Hey, at least
Oh no, it's almost 10 years. Since 2008, I've been noticing the convoys on the highway. Probably even before that when I was doing all my traveling. Okay? They're moving equipment.
Take it for what it's worth.
They're not going to drive all of these vehicles back to where they came from.
Why is there so many tanks?
Because we're going to war.
Oh, shut up.
So many tanks.
There are tanks,
Bro,
people.
I've seen this on YouTube. I was watching.
Oh, shut up. Tanks. They're transporting tanks. Why are they transporting tanks? Why are they flying these missions over the United States? They're moving equipment.
This is crazy. They gonna put us in these coffins and take us to the FEMA camps. And I pull up on this big truck carrying a load of coffins. Wow, this is the...
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you I'm not surprised. Now this is a Walmart. I can pretty much tell this. No, this ain't a Walmart. This could be a Walmart. What am I talking about? But those are the tanks. Yeah, it looked like a Walmart, but it ain't a Walmart. That looked like the back of a Walmart. But look at all these tanks. Ladies and gentlemen, look at all of the tanks. And they're doing it at night. At night. Okay? Oh no, they're just moving that because, you know, they just bought them and they had to transport them. Those are generators, ladies and gentlemen. There's no reason. There's no reason. Okay? This is what you need to pay attention to. Okay? They're moving equipment outside the large cities. I wasn't planning on doing this video tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I was getting ready to let you guys know that SATCOMM is up and running, and we're taking it slow. This is a soft start. We're going to do the full start in about a month. But the soft start is no real advertisement. And then we'll have the Actual advertisement, actual start, actual celebration, and all that other bull crap that goes with opening up of companies.
3 levels with little windows in it. Huh?
You know what? I've seen that before.
Trains, people, right here in our own city. What else are they?
And he is absolutely right.
It goes both ways. You got 3 levels with little windows.
He's absolutely right.
What the hell are those, people? Tell me what that is. Prison train? Those ain't for hauling cars. You don't put cars in something like that.
He's absolutely right. I've seen the same type of trains.
Connected together? Connected together so you can pass through?
Exactly. Interesting, huh?
Wake up.
See how low they are and how tall they are at the same time? So you don't put a train like this on any train track because of its height.
Let's see how long we stay next to these. Yeah, that's where we are.
He said he's doing 70 miles an hour. And look at how long this thing is.
Neighborhood near you soon. Every one of these trains, they're dual cars, connected in the middle, connected in the middle, connected in the middle.
That's interesting, ain't it, ladies and gentlemen?
Prisoners.
Yeah, you gotta love it. All the military vehicles, because they gotta get gas, y'all.
Somebody's preparing for World War III.
Nah, they're not preparing for World War III. They're just moving equipment. This is what they do. And the people who are driving the trucks, they don't know no better. They don't know what's going on.
WAL-MART.
Like he said, this is a Walmart military equipment.
This is what I've been saying. These have been popping up all over the U.S. Portland, Oregon, Ohio, West Virginia, now in Bristol, Pennsylvania.
If I can see correctly, that is another military vehicle.
Right there.
At a Walmart in Troy, Missouri. No fucking way.
Oh, stop cursing, woman, on my video. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's military.
Oh my god.
Oh, you gotta go get yourself a god first, sitting up there cursing. Women are not supposed to curse, y'all.
Shit.
Yeah, I said it, and there she is trying to curse again. Get that woman off this phone. What's the UN vehicle doing in America?
Sup, guys? Event.
Don't need that junk. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this video was not supposed to be about that stuff, but you might as well see it for yourself. It is coming. Okay? Most of you would never have even known about any of that happening because most of you wouldn't even be looking for something like that. I've known about the Walmart closures. I told you about the one in Los Angeles, right there at the Crenshaw Mall. We call it the Crenshaw Mall, but it's actually Baldwin Park Mall. Okay? Where Magic Johnson Theater is, there's a Walmart there, attached to the mall. Well, that's closed. Well, they claim it's because they're putting a subway on under Crenshaw Boulevard, and so that's why it's closed. But that's no reason for it to be closed. I want you to pay attention to this. That's no reason for the Walmart to be closed, because they're putting it along the entire road known as Crenshaw Boulevard. Ladies and gentlemen, none of the other businesses are closed, but Walmart is closed, and they're claiming that's the reason why Walmart is closed. None of the other businesses are closed. The mall is still open, and they're claiming that's the reason why Walmart is closed. Let me say it again. Walmart is closed. They're saying it's because they're doing the subway. Pay attention, people. None of the other businesses are closed. All right? They're getting ready to do something. As I told you, I put up a video, at least I tried to put up a video explaining it, and I've tried to put up another video explaining it, and then I put up another video and took it down purposely, I did, and left it on the site. Next thing you know, Google shuts down the whole site. That's the reason why they shut down the site. So then I try to put the videos back up, and my system, every single time the video wouldn't populate. It's 8 o'clock. I went to sleep at 2:30 last night, woke up at 6:30. That's how much sleep I had last night. Almost fell asleep about 2.5 hours ago. Then I woke up again. Oh, one more thing. Got one more thing I want to show y'all. I mean, because it's just another day in the world of stupidity. I've already told you guys about Social Security. I want to go back to this. And while we're doing this, I want to talk about Peterson. Peterson. M-A-P. You guys know about the Peterson map? You guys know about the Peterson map, right? And then they're going to say meaning. You can't give a meaning to the Peterson map. Oh, no. I think it might be Patterson, but I think it's Peterson. Let's do Patterson. I think it's Patterson. A-T. Patterson maps. No. I'm looking for a particular video that actually shows the map. And it might be Peterson. Dang it. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a second. I have it on the other computer. Because I was actually looking at the video earlier today. And it is... Where are you at? I don't see it. I see the video. Let's do it this way. We're going to go why all world maps are wrong. W-H-Y-A-L-L. Did I put 3 L's? Look, there it is right there. Why all world maps are wrong. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's. I like this guy right here. Nice video.
If I want to turn this globe into a flat map, I'm going to have to cut it open.
We're going to talk about the flat earth again. He's about to make a flat earth. Look, he's cutting it open. He's cutting it open. Oh, he cut it open.
Get this globe to look anything close to a rectangle lying flat. I've had to cut it in several places. I've had to stretch it so that the countries are starting to look all wonky. And even still, it's almost impossible to get it to lay flat.
And that right there is the eternal dilemma of map makers. The surface of a sphere cannot be represented as a plane without some form of distortion. That was mathematically proved by this guy a long time ago. Since around the 1500s, mathematicians have set about creating algorithms that would translate the globe into something flat. And to do this, they use a process called projection. Popular rectangular maps use a cylindrical
Anybody got a projector?
Imagine putting a theoretical cylinder over the globe and projecting each of the points of the sphere onto the cylinder's surface. Unroll the cylinder and you have a flat rectangular map. But you could also project the globe onto other objects, and the math used by map makers to project the globe will affect the way the map looks once it's all flattened out. And here's the big problem. Every one of these projections comes with trade-offs in shape, distance, direction, and land area. Certain map projections can either be misleading or very helpful depending on what you're using them for. Here's an example. This map is called the Mercator projection.
Mercator!
If you're American...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mercator map is the 18th century map that they were telling everybody should be the correct map. You see how it has everything squanched together? The problem is with the Mercator map is this was done without satellite. This was done without actual landmass mapping. This was done for sea-faring vessels traveling around the world. For instance, you see Africa? Now look at Greenland. Africa, Greenland. Greenland is nowhere near the same size as Africa. And Europe ain't nowhere near this big. Okay? South America is larger than Europe. Not the whole landmass, because this is Eurasia. Half Asia, half Europe. But you're looking at this map, he's going to explain it.
American, you probably studied this map in school. It's also the projection that Google Maps uses. The Mercator projection is popular for a couple of reasons. First, it generally preserves the shape of countries. Brazil on the globe has the same shape as Brazil on the Mercator projection.
Same shape.
But the original purpose of the Mercator projection was navigation. It preserves direction, which is a big deal if you're trying to navigate the ocean with only a compass. It was designed so that a line drawn between 2 points on the map would provide the exact angle to follow on a compass to travel between those 2 points.
But
if we go back to the globe, you can see that this line is not the shortest route,
distortion.
but at least it provides a simple, reliable way to navigate
reliable
across the ocean.
navigation.
Gerardus Mercator, who created the projection in the 16th century, was able to preserve direction by varying the distance between the latitude lines, and also making them straight, creating a grid of right angles.
Straight grids.
But that created
angles.
some other problems.
Ooh,
where the Mercator fails is its representation of size. Look at the size of Africa as compared to Greenland. On the Mercator map, they look about the same size. But if you look at a globe for Greenland's true size, you'll see that it's way smaller than Africa.
Way smaller.
14, in
14 times smaller.
If we put a bunch of dots onto the globe that are all the same size, and then project that onto the Mercator map, we will end up with this. The circles retain their round shape, but are enlarged as they get closer to the poles. One modern critique of this is that the distortion perpetuates imperialist attitude of European domination over the southern hemisphere.
The Mercator projection has fostered
This
European
is why I looked it up, because
attitudes
this is
for
the episode I
centuries
watched
and pitted
tonight.
an ethnic bias
This
against
is the
third
West
world.
World.
Really?
So if you want to see a map that more accurately displays land area,
accuracy,
you can use the Gall-Peters projection. This is called an equal area map. Look at Greenland and Africa now. The size comparison is accurate, much better than the Mercator. But it's obvious now that the country shapes are totally distorted. Here are those dots again so that we can see how the projection preserves area while totally distorting shape.
Distorting shape.
Something happened in the late 60s that would change the whole purpose of mapping and the way that we think about projections.
Hey, can you tell us what happened with the satellites?
Started sending location and navigation data
Flat
to
Earth.
little receiver units all around the world.
Flat Earth.
Today, orbiting satellites of the navigation satellite system provide round-the-clock, ultra-precise position fixes from space to units everywhere in any kind of weather.
Any kind.
This global positioning system wiped out the need for paper maps as a means of navigating both the sea and the sky. Map projection choices became less about navigational imperatives and more about aesthetic, design, and presentation. The Mercator projection, that once vital tool of pre-GPS navigation, was shunned by cartographers who now saw it as misleading. But even still, most web mapping tools like Google Maps use the Mercator.
Why?
This is because the Mercator's ability to preserve shape and angles makes close-up views of cities more accurate.
Get closer,
a 90-degree left turn on the map is a 90-degree left turn on the street that you're driving down. The distortion is minimal when you're close up, but on a world map scale, cartographers rarely use the Mercator. Most modern cartographers have settled on a variety of non-rectangular projections that split the difference between distorting either size or shape. In 1998, the National Geographic Society adopted the Winkle triple projection because of its pleasant balance between size and shape accuracy. But the fact remains that there's no right projection. Cartographers and mathematicians have created a huge library of available projections, each with a new perspective.
Why am I showing you this? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm showing you this is because the people who want to use maps to perpetuate the belief that the Earth is flat, well, that theory falls flat. You can't use maps. None of the maps are accurate. Why? Even if they had a round globe and they were to say that it was accurate, they would not be able to say that it's accurate. Okay? Distortion. And then remember, the landmass changes. Africa is not the same shape today as it was 30 years ago. The landmass changes. Volcanic eruptions causes the earth to rise, which is why Puerto Rico is growing at a couple of inches every year. That happens with every landmass because the molten lava from underneath pushes upward, and as it cools, it pushes it upward and it expands it. That's how islands grow. Well, every continent is technically an island or the top of a mountain, because we know that underneath each of these continents is land. Underneath the ocean is land. So basically all of these continents are the tallest portions of the land on the planet. But nobody pays attention to stuff like that. People are probably wondering, why are you doing videos like this? Well, because again, there's a lot of discussion that is not happening. A lot of people are watching videos that explain things. Now, hold on. This gentleman right here, I give him a lot of credit because he took the time, Mr. Vox. He took the time to do something that very few people have done. He took the time to explain this and to do so in a way that it was educational. because he gave you several different options. Remember, from day one, that's been my job, is to give people several different options. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to let you get back to your day. I took some sleeping pills, and it's starting to kick in. So it's time for me to go to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, SATCOM is up and running, but we are doing a soft start, not a hard start. Okay? When we are ready to roll it all out, to throw it all at you, and finish, well, we're just about finished training our staff. So when we ready, set, go to do that, I promise you, especially those of you, especially California, we are going to show people and we're going to help you get control of your property, kick the banks off your property, and it takes less than 90 days. Actually, we're working it out to where it takes less than 50 days. More like 30, but I add the other days just in case, you know, mail, weekends, all that stuff. But it should take less than 30 days for you to actually secure your entire property, be able to place your deed on the record where the county recorder won't be able to say anything because you will have something from the court ordering them to file your deed. Okay? Can't explain it all to you now, but this is what we're going to be offering. You guys heard the call with Aquin. As you didn't know, I had 2 people within the last 2 weeks whose property was set for sale. I showed you guys one method of making that sale be pushed forward. It's just what's happening is that the people whose properties I'm working on, they're not sorry, it's just people. They don't want to tell you everything. And because they don't tell me everything, I can't provide them the best help. It's just what people do. People withhold things. If I was their attorney, they'd be telling me everything. But because I'm not an attorney, the way those little stupid idiots in the suits look, then they want to withhold things from me because they don't think that I should know. And it only hurts them in the end. I tell you, that's how one person lost their home while I was helping them. Not because they told me everything, but because they didn't tell me everything. Okay? That's the problem. You see, in order for me to help people, I need them to communicate the information to me so that I can help them. Help me! Help me! Anyway, that hasn't been happening. SATCOM, you'll notice that every single video done thus far are without words. Without words? I know that song. Anyway, they're without words on purpose. It's for visual. I didn't say visional, I said visional. So visual effect. Okay? Visual effect. And that being the case, each of the videos make it quite clear that we're here to help you. We can't help everybody because SATCOM is not that large, ladies and gentlemen. We're hoping to grow. And we're going to do everything within the law. Why are we going to do everything within the law? Because if we try to skirt the law, eventually the powers that be will come down on us. And then we'll be of no help to nobody because we'll be constantly defending ourselves. Please understand that's exactly what they're going to try to do. When we have the effect that we're about to have, they're going to try to make it to where we have to defend ourselves constantly. Please understand that's never going to happen. Never going to get it, 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 never going to... It ain't going to happen. Okay, because the more pressure they put on us, the more pressure we put on them. That's why I'm doing the calls, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm putting the calls up there so you guys can hear the calls. That's an everyday thing for me, those type of calls. Please understand, I'm always calling, always having to do this, always having to go through these conversations. The idea is putting those calls up there lets you hear the conversation, hear me speak to these people, and if you notice, they're not able to throw that junk at me that they would throw at one of you. Because it doesn't work. I already know exactly what I'm calling for, and I already know how to get what I'm asking for. Okay? All right, that being the case, gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you appreciate the flat world, because this is the only time the world will ever look flat. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, I was wrong. This is the only time the world will look flat. See? Flat. That's the flat earth right there. That's the flat earth. And he's really trying very hard to make the earth look flat. The only thing he's got to do is go to New Orleans to the Superdome, and then it'll be the flat earth with the dome. Oh, that was so great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day, good night, good time, and I'm saying goodbye.